While visiting Berlin, my wife and I witnessed a Polish invasion. Not of its army, but of its soccer fans. A carnival of food carts and drink stations had been set up around the Brandenburg Gate, along with a colossal screen hung from the high pillars. Someone sang in German on a stage built beneath the blank screen, while the crowd in front slowly swelled to watch the upcoming match between Germany and Poland. Several hundred German soccer fans had already gathered, and Jessica and I made our way through the guarded entrance and found a spot amongst the German fans. The screen lit up with a German flag, along with a countdown to the match start, and the crowd began to cheer. Then a new flag appeared, a Polish one. Polska, 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 the drunken fans chanted as they charged the perimeter. Some without shirts belted out songs while women clad in white eagle-adorned attire shrieked approval. Not a single German fan objected. They stepped aside and stopped singing. The clock wound down and the waving flags accompanied the switch to live coverage of the two teams taking the field. While I knew little about soccer, I knew Germany was favored to win. It was unlikely the Polish team posed enough of a threat to deserve the praise their fans now sang, or perhaps they sang so loud because they knew they stood little chance of winning. I imagined a German player passing, kicking, heading, diving, saving, launching the ball into the opposing team's goal, while the crowd erupted around me with cheers strong enough to launch the Brandenburg Gate into the stratosphere. I wanted to see that. I wanted to feel that. It was something unique to European sport. Americans, for all our dedication to teams, compete at a lower level of intensity. I doubted anyone could compare to even the greatest Super Bowl victory or World Series Game 7 home run to the thrill of a nation's team scoring a goal in that nation's capital. That anticipation sent chills up my arms. Time after time, though, the German players got the ball near the Polish keeper only to have it cleared away. Each time the Germans nearly scored, their fans groaned with smothered disappointment. Each time the Poles saved a goal, their fans roared and sang and drank. I finished my own beer and set the empty cup on the ground beside the many others. The German team drove the ball up the field once more, and I shot up to get a better view, the cheers and revelry waiting at the edges of my imagination. As I rose, I caught a glimpse of Germans and Poles parting. A Polish girl appeared in the split, supported on either side by a male and female compatriot. Her head lolled to the side, and she strafed the Germans with the pink contents of her stomach before fleeing to the edge of the crowd. I stood in the fuchsia gourd clearing with my arms spread in front, calling out, "Hey, you puked on my shoes!" Not a single German glanced my direction. In fact, they fixed their eyes on the screen while making sure they weren't stepping in any of the mess. The Poles had disappeared into their corner of the center, neither they nor the Germans occupying the no-man's land around me. I did my best with napkins to clean off my leg. It wasn't as bad as it felt, but I couldn't get it all off of my shoes. I never got to feel that moment of triumph for Germany. The match ended in a 0-0 tie.